Okay, so this is an observation with Craig Ormiston just on a project that he's done on visualisation. Just say your name, Craig.
Yeah, it's Craig Ormiston.
Hi, Craig. Talk me through the project just initially, anyway.
So this was for student accommodation that we're doing in partnership with the guys behind us. Essentially what we got was a 3D model of Revit, which is a program that you can use to model. It was very basic and things weren't really that well modelled, so we had to take it and remodel some of the stuff. And then we had to texture it as well afterwards.
So how do you receive those files? So you said there was a model file. What sort of file was it?
I think, was it a FBX file, Pete?
What's that?
The Revit model for Kelvin Hall.
Kelvin Hall, it's an Atlantis file for the animation.
Oh, that's right, yeah, it was an Atlantis file.
So what sort of file is that?
What kind of file was that?
It's a program that's mainly for interior designers. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you sorted that out, didn't you?
We just used it and then modelled it.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
So what? So you got a model thing, and then what did you have to do to it?
We basically just had to pick different aspects of the model that we got and sort of highlight it and shut everything else off and then remodel.
What do you mean shut everything else?
So basically make things disappear so it's easier to look at it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we modelled it from then, and then once we'd got everything in the scene, we checked it over, and then we basically added materials on top.
Are you able to show it without the materials on it? Without ruining it? If you.
I don't know.
No,
It's
okay.
a bit difficult.
So when you say the materials, do you mean like the textures of the floors and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
Okay.
So it's like little things as well, like the details inside of there. So
Okay. Is that reasonably easy to do?
it is, but advanced materials are a bit more difficult.
Yeah. Do you have to make the textures yourself, or do you get them from different image
So-
files?
We can basically in the material editor we can add images on a material ball, and then you can add different layers on top of it. So you can sort of scroll down. You've got like a reflect map where it can reflect images off it.
Okay.
And there's also like a bump material as well, which basically
Yeah.
gives it the like roughness and the
Yeah, like the
actual
texture kind of thing. Yeah. It's like bump mapping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you able to show us how that happened on here? You don't have to save it, I suppose. Why don't you save as a test,
Okay.
and then whatever you do to it, it doesn't matter, does it?
It'll take a while to save.
That's right. Okay, so there's animation in this. Talk to me how you used animation.
So, I mean, Pete really did most of it, but the kind of concept was to fly through the building to showcase some of the different aspects of the building.
So you model a building in 3D and then
And then-
fly a camera through it, essentially, but all virtually.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think the client wanted something like that? Why is that useful?
It's for sort of showcasing the students who want to essentially move in there, like sort of rent a room out. So it's people coming from overseas and obviously wanting somewhere to stay, and they want to make it sort of presentable for them.
But it's not built yet.
It's not yet.
Right, okay. So, hence the visualisation.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. So go on, show us how you sort of do a bit of materialisation.
Which one, sorry?
You just show us how you use like the bump mapping and things like that to add textures. It doesn't have to be perfect.
So we've got the floor.
Yeah.
If I was to just get that material off there, you've got this is just an override material. I'm not too sure about what that exactly is yet, but there's a bump already on there, so it's just a concrete material.
Yeah.
Set to 1.5, so it's a really slight sort of material. So if I was to just to bump that up to 100, it would make I mean, you can't really see it that well on the pre-render, but it would make like a massive difference. It would make it really hard and like bumpy and stuff like that.
Okay. Are you able to change it to any other material?
Yes, you can. So yeah, you've got like the bitmap, which is essentially just selecting the material that you've got. So if I just did like a dirty surface there, it would change it to that one and it would just overlay it on top of the concrete.
Okay.
So you can see there, can't really enlarge it anymore, but you can kind of see there's got like a bit of a rough texture on it, which is
Yeah.
essentially the bump map on top.
Okay. How come it's not a dirty floor?
It's not a dirty floor, it's just a dirt.
A dirtier version
Yeah.
of a concrete floor. Okay, all right. How did you do like the textures on the plants and things like that?
They were actually just models that we've got from other.
All right, okay.
So pre-built.
So just pre-built model things. All right. What's important once it's finished? What? Because it doesn't look as good as it did, like the finished product, does it? So how did you get that final sheen on it?
So essentially, once we rendered it out, it looks a lot different. Obviously, once it's rendering, we gave it to Uzlane Dan, which did like post production on top of it. So
Okay.
like built lighting and stuff like that. So essentially, we put lighting in anyways, so it made it look nice, but they made it a bit nicer.
Yeah. So how does the animation work on this then?
So if I just press the slash key, it will do a fly through. So essentially, you can see exactly what it would do. It's a bit slow and it's a bit jittery, but it's
Yeah, because it's rendering it, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is just the concept was just flying through the mezzanine and into the cinema room.
Yeah. And do you know how that's done, animation-wise?
I don't yet. I need
Something you're learning.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's that one. I mean, there's different ones as well. So if I go to the library, that one does a fly through as well with the library.
But you build the whole model, so essentially you can move the camera through it any way you want.
Yeah, essentially.
All right.